Giving birth is a miracle. Each and every time a baby presents to the world and takes his or her first breath, it's a guarantee that life goes on. Parents and family members rejoice and make plans for their bright future with their newest member. At least they thought like this. What's the worst part of having a child? Parent of a developmentally disabled kid here. We are considering this option as a teen is on the horizon. Over the years, I have had very conflicted feelings about it. What is the best choice for your kid? Socially, they get more out of a residential situation with a bunch of peers, but you worry about the care levels, and it's easy to think up horror stories. You feel tremendous guilt occasionally for wanting to move them to residential care. However, I can't do it anymore. I'm totally burned out and it feels like a prison sentence. You are restricted in so many ways because of their needs and care. Just stepping out of the door comes with extra planning. Vacations aren't really fun or restful because there's always the added element of still needing to do the daily stadium stuff like diapers and personal care and feeding. I have other kids and it's been a net drag on their lives too. Some special needs kids are interactive and affectionate, and some aren't. Oh, they're such a blessing is a phrase that may apply to some, but honestly, I find it enraging and patronizing. It sounds like so much bullshit to convince you that your life isn't as bad as it feels like. I can't hire the kid down the street to babysit. They aren't going to be able to cope or want to clean diaper areas on a teen nearing adult age. Finding low frequency care is difficult because people don't want to know if you can't offer part or full-time hours. That's impacted my ability to work outside the home because there are too many instances where I need to collect them from school for reasons or appointments. Husband too and kiddo get on okay, but kiddo is stubborn and refuses to cooperate with my husband, and personal care on a teen is not in my husband's wheelhouse. And honestly, I don't expect him to. He stepped up in so many other ways that he didn't need to. In our case, my special needs kiddo's father and I are no longer together, and this played a role. Whether our kid ends up in a residential setting or not is going to hinge on a discussion we will be having, and whether their dad takes the kiddo, as he was always adamant he did not want them in a home. Currently, I have sole custody, and the legal situation changes at majority age. Now, what is the right thing to do here? What do you think? Why do I hate my child? I know this sounds horrible, but I don't love my child, I don't think. I had the worst pregnancy possible. She came 4 months early. Spent 8 months total in the NICU emergency C-section, etc. She is now 5 months old and I still have no love for her. I feel like I ruined my life. I don't want to hold her or care for her at all. But I do. I just don't think I was meant to be a parent, and if I were to give her away today, I wouldn't even care. I just simply don't want her. I get so frustrated that she is now all my life revolves around. I can't live freely or do anything, and I'm drained. My husband is a great father, and I pretend I'm a great mother, but I honestly wish I aborted her when I first considered it. And that makes me feel horrible, but I absolutely resent this child. I don't know what to do anymore. Why do I hate my own baby? Oof, I really hope this woman got help she needed and her 4-year-old daughter is now alright. The final story is going to be extremely gut-wrenching. Viewer discretion is advised. My son raped me 10 years ago. I won't make this post very long, but recently my son passed away in a drunk driving accident. His fault. He didn't take anyone else with him, fortunately. 10 years ago, when he first started college, he got heavy into drugs. After a couple of years of fighting with him, he finally got clean, but unfortunately I found out it was because he started to drink, and I mean a lot, like a fish. One day he revealed to me the reason for his substance problems. He said he was gay. I was shocked he hid this from me because he was never raised to be ashamed of who you were, regardless of what that was. Mom and I always supported him and tried to be there for him. Anyway, a couple years go by and he is a junior in college and comes home from Xmas. He apparently had met someone during the previous year but didn't tell me and Mom. I guess they had a bad breakup. Anyway, we do the whole family dinner thing. Mom goes to her sister's for the evening and I stay home with my son to catch up. Here's my mistake. I drank with him. I don't have a problem with alcohol, but he does, and in some weird attempt to bond with him better, I drank with him, and a lot. Couple hours into our drinking session, he starts getting belligerent and reveals the man he was dating was an older man, and complained that old fucks like you and Bob is a fake name for this boyfriend, never understand. I said that was pretty vague and didn't get where this was coming from. I pressed him for more info, but he just got drunker and drunker. I decided to take away the booze, and the next thing I know, he's trying to stop me. I am not thinking right, so I am struggling back, and then he hits me. I'm shocked and hurt by this because it's my kid. I reach for him, and he must have thought it was an attack, and he laid me out. I was out cold for at least 20 minutes. When I woke up, he was gone. I called an ambulance because head injury, and I know better than to ignore being knocked out like that for so long. I assumed it was the booze, but better safe than sorry. EMTs took me to the hospital, and while waiting for the x-ray guy, I noticed my butt hurt. Like bad. I figured it was from falling and didn't think much of it. I went home after the x-ray and test check out good. I had to go number 2 and there was blood and a lot of pain. I also noticed some mucus-like discharge. Concerned, I went back to the ER and told them about it, and they asked who hurt me. I told them I had a fight with my son and that I was there earlier. That when they said, "No, we mean who assaulted you?" And then the unthinkable crossed my mind. They made me do an assault kit and confirmed I was raped by a man. I was mortified. Nobody else had access to my home, and the time frame meant it was my son that did it. My son has passed since, and I never confronted him. His B-Day is coming up and I am not doing too good. His mom and I are no longer together anymore, and I'm just fucked up and had to vent. Don't forget to subscribe if you like my content so you don't miss a new video. And remember, there will always be someone who lives a worse life than